Check 13.
80 weapon. 80 weapon.
Watch the shift.
Sponge. Sponge.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon.
Go, go, go.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it's going to be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Go, go. Recon, 132 fighter.
And that'll set him back 5.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Alert 3.
Now.
47, Mike. Mike, 47. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. A good comeback there after the penalty, 9 yards, and it's 2nd and 6.
It's 2nd and 6 at the Saints' 48-yard line.
Let's go now. Let's go now. 10 Tucson.
Go, D. Let's go. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking.
Ready, go.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Steps away to his left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Even though it's the opening drive of the game, he wasn't shy about taking off and running with the football, even knowing the defense is definitely going to take their shots at him, and that's exactly what they did. He better learn to slide, otherwise he won't be around to finish this one.
Check, check 43. Stand high.
So that'll back him up 5. So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine, I marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Well, the 2nd down throw on target. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Here we go. 10 Lobo.
Cut, cut, cut. Check.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Ready, go. Ready, go.
They go back to Gordon here on 1st down. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
A give to the brother of J.J. This is Derek Watt. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on third down. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Let's go right here. Mike's 47. Mike's 47.
On third down, this is Melvin Gordon, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to fourth down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the first quarter. Now it's time for the second quarter kickoff, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Bradford. He can run for it, and he will. And he slides to avoid the hit. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up.
And the pressure gets to Bradford, and down he goes. Denzel Perryman came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. To try again after the sack. Bradford, and an alley to run. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable third down.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
The kick by Lutz is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
We ain't beginning to clear you up. Don't get nervous. Yes! 66. Bullet ride.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. Room here to run. There goes Melvin Gordon. The 30. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Check 3, check 3.
Bradford. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, Bradford. Buying time to his left. And the throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
On 4th down, they do snap it. Bradford now a hit, and the ball comes out. Bradford has lost it. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
Defense, let's go. Scene 6. 44th and Mike. 44th and Mike. Check, check.
You gonna get this boy?
See it.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. That's an experienced DB picking off a rookie, and you know sometimes those experienced DBs, they love going against the young pups, don't they?
And I go back to the offseason, have a quick conversation with him about, hey, when you play younger quarterbacks, what's it like for you? And he says it's like being a boxer. I give him a lot of different angles, a lot of different looks, and a lot of times I just bait the young guy.
And there he baited him right into the interception. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Kamara in the passing game. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch them close to the spot.
That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Saints are back within a score. Until that late score here in the 2nd quarter, they only had the field goal. So that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, and when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first half. But when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as a head coach?
What?
I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They start the 2nd half with Kamara. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Bradford. And he finds his man, that's Butler. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Bradford now. Being chased, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Throwing, Bradford. Flush to his right. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. You know, it gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field, and they find each other for the completion.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Bradford to throw for it on 4. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Their mobile, agile quarterback. His second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz with the extra point. And it's now 17-14. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
On the ready. 44, Mike, 44.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Let's go now, let's go now, let's go now.
26-yard line.
Box track. 60, orange. 47 to Mike, boy, 47. Check, 47. Let's go.
2nd and 11. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
This pass finds its way to Williams. Give him 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22. They'll look to throw. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
2nd and 5. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Cameron Jordan able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. They're going to try and throw. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Now, that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a 1st down.
Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Now Bradford eluding the pressure right. That's caught. It's Thomas. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his second touchdown on the season. And the Saints add on to their lead. What's good on the extra point? And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready, break. Mike Popo.
Man out, man out, man out, man out.
Head, head. 44 to Mike. 44 to Mike. Head.
Now a play fake here on first down. It's caught on the right side. Williams. A very solid gain of 27. Now, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
On second down now, it's Gordon. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Coverage there by Von Bell. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. Got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here we go. Go to base. Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball.
A play fake. Bradford. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball?
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw to the right here to Gordon. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware, a ball may come your way.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. So that throw good for 4. It's second down. 2nd and 6. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll drop to throw. Got Gordon open, completes it. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Again, he'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Cameron Jordan able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. He's back to throw. Sets up the screen to Gordon. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Pardon, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Back to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Ready, go. 44, gone. Check 3. Go.
Back to throw. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it would appear that the Saints are going to win this football game. Well, that's the 4th time that they've tried to go for it on 4th down. They've only converted once, Charles.
And obviously not a good percentage. And if you're going to go for it...
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Joey Bosa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. The Saints on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 11. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Nick Bosa in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Kirk now, the return man. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. They've gone to the 4th up in Seattle. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And an alley to run. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down to the 29-yard line. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's caught. It's a touchdown with zeros on the clock. And an extra point will send us to OT.
And that touchdown means a decision has to be made. Do they kick the PAT and tie it up, or do they go for two and try and win it right now?
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Here we go. 8-3. Check, check, 47. Watch the run, watch the run. Watch the run. And go.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
36.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially in overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
They'll look to throw here. That's caught at the 25. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain.
Ready, go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Lock it.
Now back to throw. And an alley to run. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. Where do you fall on it?
Well, I fall on wanting to endear yourself to your teammates, but pick your spots. Be smart about it. They need you for the full season.
Yeah, the rookie's going to learn as he goes.
Protein spill. Hot, hot. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Ready.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, but it'll be second and goal.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
On second down, it's Gordon, and he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. They'll He'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time. So a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. So here comes a very important kick now for Michael Badgley. This to at least get him a lead here in overtime. Badgley able to knock this one through. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
The first throw in overtime for Bradford. He's going to look deep down the field. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? All right, anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath, and boy, oh boy, the moment of truth as it comes down. Man, that was something.
Everything magnified here in overtime. Rolling to his left. That'll be caught right side. It's Butler. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Bradford. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. Another try after the first down sack. Bradford out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
He wants it all for the end zone. Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it. Derwin James with a pick. And that's how this one ends in dramatic fashion in overtime with the interception. Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense.
Knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.